Week 17 in the National Football League features the last Monday night football game of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. Dexter Reed, World of Matchups. On the other side, Spencer the Wiz, Blue Milk Boys Gaming. Nobody circles the wagons like the Bills, and they pick up their shit out of snowy Buffalo and head down to Cincinnati to take on the surging Joe Burrow-led Bengals. Bro, this is going to be one of the best games of the year. And I'm going to tell you straight up and down with the Bills -1, I am taking the Bengals to win this game. And to win it, looking good winning it. They're going to play good defense. They're going to take it to Buffalo here. And I'm going to give you a couple different reasons why. Number one, I expected more out of the Bills this season. To this point, I expected more. Okay, now the whole UCL injury with Josh Allen, they managed to get past that. They've had some really snowy days in Buffalo. The traveling, people are dying in Buffalo, looting. It's crazy what's happening in Buffalo right now. That's number one. I expected more out of guys like Gabe Davis this year, Isaiah McKenzie. Let's be honest. Anything happens to Stephon Diggs, that team has no shot of winning a Super Bowl. Period. End of statement. He's more important to them than Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, maybe not Jay Jettas, but he is that important to that team. And he's been sick. Not 100%, not practicing a whole lot. Number three, they're traveling. They're just a different road team. They struggled with teams like Detroit on the road this year. They just haven't looked good. Conversely, the Bengals are hot. The Bengals are hot, man. Boy, Joe Burrow. I wasn't wrong about Joe Burrow, but I just didn't think he was like this. Joe Burrow's like that. Joe Burrow's him. Now, I said last year that Joe Burrow's seen his last Super Bowl. I'm still going to stand on that. But I think they have made strides here in the last 2 months, and they've just been hot. They're the hottest team in the National Football League. And they're getting one of the Super Bowl favorites in their building on prime time. You can't tell me that they're not ready to tear shit up in Cincinnati. They want this game. That's going to be a full stadium. The weather will be colder. They're going to run the ball. Now, Joe Mixon's been a little overrated for me this year, and I'm a big Mixon truther. I'm a little disappointed in what he's done. I think this will be a good time for a head coach to get him dialed up and run that football, because we already know what those weapons can do on the outside. Jamar Chase is Jesus. You know what I mean? T. Higgins is one of the most slept-on wide receivers in the National Football League. Tyler Boyd is a number one on most. They got great ancillary players. Hayden Hurst is no slouch in the middle of the field. They're solid. But I think what wins this game for them is going to be their defense. The defense they're doing the same shit that they did last year. They're getting hot at the right time. The defense is not getting their flowers again, and they're going to have to go out there and prove it to everyone again. And folks, Burrow's in the race for the MVP. Well, you know he's not going to win it, but he's in the race for it. They're going to give it to Mahomes. Rightfully so. They're also in the race for the 1 seed. People, we got to stop acting like the Cincinnati Bengals are. They're them. They're them. Cincinnati can go back to the Super Bowl. This is possible. Their road to the Super Bowl is no different than it was last year, and they're coming in hot. Even a guy like Samaje Perine, this guy could be a starting running back on any other team in the National Football League. Folks, they got weapons. They got weapons, and they got a bunch of no-names on defense, but they play like a team. And I think it will be enough to throw a bunch of different looks at Josh Allen. You know Josh Allen's going to get his. Of course he's going to get his. Josh Allen is amazing. But I think that special teams will play a real role in this game. Josh Allen's a little careless with the football. I think he'll turn the football over one too many times in this game, and I think it'll be enough for Cincinnati to win. I really like them a lot. Home dogs pay dividends, especially under the lights. I think Cincinnati, this is the biggest game in Cincinnati in the last 10 years, and I can't see any reason why they cannot win this game. Hold Buffalo down. You're not going to stop them, but hold them down. They at times have not played great. I know they beat the Bears the other day, but they didn't look great for most of it. They haven't looked great. They're like the Chiefs. They win, but they haven't looked great winning. And to me, that's a setup for a recipe for a letdown, especially versus a team right now as hot as the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the kicker will kick a long field goal to win this game by 3. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and you did talk about Josh Allen, and that's kind of where I wanted to start. Now, he had 4 games with no interceptions, and then he plays the Bears last week and throws 2. It's not good. Like, his decision-making process hasn't been great
He
this
hasn't been
year.
good this year.
No, he hasn't exactly been
I thought he was
out
going to
of
be
this world.
MVP. He
Yeah.
hasn't.
And I think that that's not a good place. You know, you talked about the Bengals defense, and really the winning formula for a lot of Super Bowl teams is a mega super high powered offense and not a great defense, but a defense that makes timely plays. And
Yeah.
what happened against the Patriots last week when they're at the goal line causes a fumble for Andre Stevenson and they win the game. That's the mark of a Super Bowl team for me. The Steelers did it. I think the Steelers did it for a long time too with Ben Roethlisberger. They
Mm-hmm.
had they had really good key defensive players, and everyone else
Opportunistic. When the
was just
Chiefs won the Super
there.
Bowl,
Yeah,
opportunistic defense. Yep.
I agree with you. They have a few stars on the team. Like you get just have absolutely nobody on your defense, but you just have those guys who seem to make plays when you need them to do it. A turnover, an interception, a stop on 4th down. And that's what the Bengals do. And that's really all the Bengals need, right? Their offense is on a whole other level at this moment, you know?
They're right there with Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have the best offensive weapons in the league, and I don't
Yeah.
even think it's very close, to be honest with you. So I do like the Bengals. Again, another home team, like another dog or another short favorite or home dog. We've been talking about that the last 3 games here this week. I like these short lines for these teams that are playing really good football. Now they might not always hit, but I have to imagine that most of the time, a playoff team at home or a team that's fighting for the playoffs probably has that extra motivation in front of their crowd. It's a really good matchup for them. Kind of the same thing,
60% of the
right?
time they
The
win.
Bills are already in the playoffs. They're not really
Yeah.
worried about all of this, right? The Bengals, they're fighting for something really important, you know, because they got the Ravens right behind them. That's another part of this.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ravens play the Sunday night game, so they don't even know what the outcome of that game is going to be. The Bengals have to win this game, or they don't have to, but they really want to. They don't want to be a wild card spot.
They
They
want
need
to
to
be
win
a
the
one
division.
seed. Yeah. The Bengals want the respect that is afforded to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. They
Yeah,
want that.
I
And
think
you know
Josh Allen
what?
turns the ball over one too many times in this game. I
That's
think
I
that's the
agree.
difference.
I agree. I love Josh Allen, dude. I loved him this year. I mean, I was all in on the Bills this year, and that was my Super Bowl pick, and he was my pick for MVP. And I'm just not seeing it, man. You know, and he has been careless with the football. I think deep down inside, Josh Allen wants to be what Patrick Mahomes is. He wants to be. You see him try to do the things that Patrick Mahomes does sometimes. He can't do that. That's not his game. Josh Allen needs to be Josh Allen. Be the only Josh Allen. Stop trying to be something you're not. Take what they give you. If it's not there, do what you do with your legs and be that. And I think he's gotten away from that. I don't know if Sean McDermott's not really taking the reins off him. Maybe they don't want to get him hurt. Who knows? But they have not galvanized any confidence in me this last couple games. And so I I think they're walking into a buzzsaw here, man. Cincinnati, I'm telling you guys, when you watch this game, look at the mystique. Look at the home crowd. Dude, this area is going to be ready to mob. Okay? They are going to be like Mother Russia in Cincinnati on Monday night. They are going to be ready. They're going to have bats, knives. They're going to be ready to fight. I'm telling you, this is a game that I absolutely cannot see Cincinnati losing. And I think everybody is going to be on the Buffalo hype train. And I'm telling you, home dogs pay dividends, especially like you said, playoff bound, fired up. This is new charted territory for them. They are ready. Cincinnati is ready to take that next step. Cincinnati is a top 5 team in this league. I think the Bengals right now are better than the Chiefs, and I'm a Chief fan. What does that tell you? You cannot not take them here with confidence. Big bad Bills have been very mundane and average in my mind. If I hit any kind of big money, if I win this league, bro, I may throw a grip on this game. I might, man. I cannot remember a time where I've loved the
Wow.
Cincinnati Bengals more. Just because I know everyone's going to be scared to lay it. Everyone's going to be scared because of the Bills. Bro, if you look at the Lions game, look at the Bills versus Chicago. The Bills, look at the Vikings did to the Bills. The Bills are beatable. Their run game is non-existent. If anything happens to Stephon Diggs, this team is done. I said what I said. World of matchups, Blue Milk Boys gaming. You guys enjoy this game. It's going to be one of the best. Happy New Year. We'll see you next week.